If you have been wanting to start 3D modeling in TinkerCAD, but you don't know where to start, stick around because I'm going to show you how simple it can be. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a tissue box holder in TinkerCAD, and you're actually going to see a few of the features that you're going to use on repeat throughout a lot of your projects. Sorry, I'm not that fancy to have like screen mirroring software yet, so if you can tolerate looking at a picture of a computer screen, then stick around. If not, sorry. All right, so obviously we are just going to start with a regular box because we are just going to do your typical square tissue box. Now I happen to look up the actual dimensions, which is about 4.5 inches, which computes to around 114 millimeters. So what we are going to do is size that up just slightly bigger to make sure that we have enough space for our tissue box. So you can either drag, or I just like to click in the box and change my values. So I'm going to go to 118 and click on your top box so that we have a perfect square. Now as you can see, that's like a perfect sharp square, but I wanted something just a little bit softer. So I'm going to click on my square and I'm going to go over here where it says radius, and I'm just going to slide the slide bar slightly and see how it starts rounding the corners. You can actually basically make it a circle. So what I'm going to do is just round the corners slightly because I don't want to mess with the dimensions too much. Now what we need to do is make a hole through the middle where the box will sit. So I'm going to use Control D, which is duplicate. I like to use my arrow keys to slide it over so I can see what I'm doing. And we need to make it a hole because we want to cut a hole in the middle. Now, the important part is to make sure that it's smaller than your solid. So we are going to size this down from 118 to 116. And make sure you do it the whole way around. Now, we are going to take our arrow and we're going to move this down a few millimeters because we want to make sure that there's a hole in the bottom to slide the box through. Now let's highlight both of our objects. Go up to the top to our align tool. We are going to align in the middle and front to back. Now, let's highlight them and join them together. And when we look, we should be able to see a hole in the bottom. Now you can see the whole bottom of our object. But now we need somewhere for the tissues to come out. We're going to drag in a cylinder and we're just going to resize it. I'm just going to drag it to where I think like my hand would fit in to grab a tissue. So we're going to use our little arrow to move it up. And then again, I like to use my arrow keys to move my objects around. I'm just going to sink it down slightly, and now I'm going to highlight both and use my align tool to get it centered. Center in the middle, center front to back. I'm just going to drop it down a little more just to make sure that it pokes through the top. Now all we need to do is highlight our object, go up to the top to group them, and there you go. There's the hole in the top, there's the hole in the bottom, and you just made a decorative tissue box cover. Let me know what other questions you have in TinkerCAD, or even if you have made something based off of what I have shown you so far, let me know.